Alright, quick update for basic attention tokens. So, as you can see, in the past week or so, we have been landsliding for basic attention token. This is probably to be expected with the price action we're currently witnessing in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is experiencing a chop season. The bulls and the bears are getting chopped out of the market right now, and in the past day or so, we have really been not looking too bullish. This is why basic attention token, in my opinion, is having such a hard time becoming bullish again. You can see we recently broke below this 786 Fibonacci, and at which point it was fairly obvious that we were moving back down to these trend lines. So we have recently broke a very important trend line. It runs all the way back to arguably October 2019, but we've got a very clear touch point. No, it is all the way back here, October 2019. So this is a huge trend line running back 3 years. You can see this was resistance, 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 resistance. We flipped it to support, then it was support, 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 and we've been ascending on this ever since. And it's not the biggest worry in the world that we have broken below this. We have broken below it a few times before. So, obviously breaking a 3-year trend line, not the best thing you want to see. However, we do this to the upside when we're entering an uptrend. You can see, for example, we had a huge uptrend, we came back down, we backtest the lower uptrending line of support, we then break out, and then we come back and we retest the upper line of support instead of the lower line of support. So, in a bearish phase before we start, your bullish momentum, we come down, backtest the lower line, and then we backtest the upper line before initiating an uptrend. And on the flip side, it kind of works the same way. Obviously, we've got to break through this if we're going to come down to this trend line anyway, but I imagine something like this will be playing out where we backtest this trend line, chop around for a bit, backtest this trend line, and then go off to the races. I want to play my next basic attention token trade from a position of strength, so I will be looking to DCA into the market really anywhere between the price that we're at now and these lows that we've got down here. Now, you can also see we have a wick all the way down here that would pretty nicely line us up with about 57 cents. So anywhere between 57 and 58 cents. I do personally imagine that is where we're going to move down to. Now, beware, this trend line, both of these trend lines collectively have not had a big move below them whatsoever. In fact, you can even see they haven't even had wicks below them. Maybe depending on how you draw it, there's a few wicks below this one. I don't actually think there would be any way to draw it where you would have a wick other than this, and then you would be basically drawing this because you've got more touch points on here than on this trend line. Either way you draw it, this is the most conservative way to draw it. So I really personally would not like to see this trend line get invalidated for basic attention token. We've just invalidated a 3-year trend line. That's fine as long as we hold this trend line. It really comes down to as simple as that. I could draw 1,000,001 microfibs and say, measure the confluence that we've got down in the market, because, as just drawing from these microfibs, we do have a lot of confluence and confidence coming in between these 57 and 58 cent levels. However, we absolutely need to hold them. It really comes down to as simple as that. The whole market is getting chopped out right now. If we do witness a big move to the downside for Bitcoin and basic attention token has a breakdown from this level, drawing from this first microfib, I don't see anywhere else for basic attention token to come down to other than 39 cent. If we're drawing from the lows, you can also argue we've got lows down here at 43 cent, which would provide a decent area of support. However, it is a big fall to these levels if we do lose this trend line. You could see 28 and 33% flushes to the downside respectively if we do have a move. So that is not what we want to see. I hope we don't see that for basic attention token, because I do like this project. As you can see, I have the Brave browser. I do enjoy earning basic attention token rewards. I am a big fan of this project in the long term. However, I currently do not hold any basic attention token. If you've watched my basic attention token videos, I believe we got in somewhere around about these trend lines. I think it was 63 cent, because we were calling for over a 50% move to the upside as of the time. I think we were talking about $1, and we came up to 98 cents. So yeah, this seems about right. The most recent trade that we got in, you know, bear in mind, I think we were around this level. We could have been at this level. We could have been at this level. I don't remember the exact level, but I think we were eyeing up like a 50% trade, which did get hit for basic attention token. So, you know, the last trade I made, very, very nice profits on basic attention token. I'm looking to do that again and hopefully play from a position of strength like what we saw here. I remember we were around this region because this was the first time that I checked out these macro lines and I saw that this was going on, and I was like, we have to enter basic attention token. This was a while ago, somewhere around the 7th of March. However, you know, like I said, the next trade, I want to play from a position of strength. I'm not going to DCA until we do see a strong bounce. I will update you if and when that does come, but bear in mind, you know, we just broke a 3-year trend line. These 57 to 58 cent levels, they really, really need to hold, because if we break down 43 cent, 38 cent, it could get ugly. So that is all I see for basic attention token. I still do think we are extremely macro bullish. Just zooming out, you can see we're in a huge multi-year uptrend. I still think basic attention token looks good. However, we are coming down to the last legs. This is the point where we need to see a quick move to the downside and a quick reversal. I do not want to start chopping around these regions. If we start spending, you know, weeks at a time below these regions, which we haven't done before, then I would start to get a little bit worried for basic attention token. That is all I've got for BAT. As always, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion on the market. Also, before we wrap up the video, we have just created the Cowboy Discord. If you do want to come over and join the Cowboy Discord, the link will be in the description below. It is going to be a place where the entire Cowboy community can share time-sensitive information. They can share charts they like, altcoin setups, new altcoin picks. It's mainly going to be a place where everyone's just going to chat, chill, share memes. That is really the purpose of why I made it, and obviously talk with all of the crypto family that we've got over here. So if you do want to join that, the link will be in the description below. I hope to see you there. As always, none of this is financial advice. Cowboy out, and as always, peace.